pass forward through all this too.
Ooh, that's one. Oh, yeah, it's okay.
Alright, so this is the first actual gun round. So let's just go through some things here. This is for Adoptasilver, session for SupaSa1yan, who is a Faceit level 5 ESEA rank B player. From watching a demo previously, he seems to be a supportive player. He knows set nades and smokes, so I'm not sure if he is a supportive player by nature or he just wants to be. The main thing I noticed in the previous demo was his style of play is, in my opinion, I think it's a little too passive for a support player. Oftentimes he was too far away from his team to provide any kind of like counter flashing or trading. And I don't know if that's because he's, you know, a natural supportive player or that he just wants to be because that's what his his teammates need or whatever to be, to win rounds. I think his style of play that he employs, um, I think there's basically a way to play supportively. Um, what's a good way to say this? Basically, what I see is like two conflicting styles of play. Like he's a supportive player. He carries the bomb on T side. He throws set smokes. Goes in last most of the time, or close to last. Um, but I think the way he plays, maybe mid round or like post plant, is like completely different. He plays a really passive, which I guess can be good, but um, I don't know. I don't know. I just think there's a way to play that's more effective as a support. Like if you play more passively post plant, I think you get less information, and like you're supposed to be the one who, like I don't know. I just noticed that like his like style of trading basically was like not supporty. It was very much like um, it was like a fragging roll basically. Like he was assuming a fragging roll, um, and to further like mix up when I say he has like a two conflicting styles. He plays was playing on CT side. He was playing B anchor on Inferno, which is usually not like usually you want your fraggers to be on the and your fraggers and your lurkers to be on the edge of your defense. And like as a supportive player, you usually want to be in like a rotator style position. Like you'd be either B rotator A rotator or sometimes even mid. Um, and then yeah, you just further. I think that's what he was playing really passively on CT insight as an anchor, but he was like nading or flashing and nading for his uh, partner when they were playing B together. Um, and then just a lot of like little things like crosshair placement was for the most part pretty good. I mean, sometimes it was off, and I noticed he had a high spray sometimes, which I think is fine. I think just that's just like getting used to the game over time. And then just like basic utility stuff like maybe using too many nades on defense, like using going through too quickly, especially as a supportive player. Um, Usually you want like the edges of your defense, like the anchor rolls, usually you want to just use your utility up, so because you're usually the first point of contact, right, when they're rushing into the site, and then your rotator is the one who trades. So as the rotator spot, the supportive spot, you usually want to save utility. If, like, you want to be the second one to smoke. You want to be, you know, if they do run into site, you want to be able to counter flash, stuff like that. So there's just some things I noticed from the last one. Okay. Usually play mid, don't be anchor. There was a conflicting call that game. Yeah, I would just recommend, like, if you, like I said before, if you are predisposed to playing supportively, or if you are just like want to play support, there's kind of a difference there. But yeah, obviously, uh, if I were in that position, for example, I would, like, I'm a supportive player. I would be like, let me just play the left side, and you can play anchor side because I'm more comfortable, being a rotator. So I get to watch this VOD. I think I'm gonna, if he dies, I think I'm just gonna skip past the round. So we're not gonna watch the whole 24 minutes. Just want to make sure I didn't miss anything from the previous replay. Yeah. Mainly, like, what really frustrated me about that game, the demo I just watched, was that, I mean, he was playing a lot of, like, really passive one and done spots, like you just get one kill or just get killed while playing passively in sight. And, like, if that's not the style of player you are, like, I don't know. I think it's really difficult to, like, force yourself into, like, that way of playing.
That's Alfred's job, bro.
This should work, right?
Alright. Good luck. Nah, it's Alfred's, bro. Alfred's
Do I
gone.
have to capture this too?
Out, eh? No, he ran back.
That was mine.
They're doing ace now?
Course
Nice. One more Tetris?
I don't know how to capture this. This window?
Stop.
Palace.
Dude, fuck off.
Yeah.
Dude, why
Give me
is
gun. Give me that gun.
That works.
Wait, does that mean I can
I'm broke, bro. I'm sorry.
3 months?
I missed that round.
Dude, why is...
That was mine.
Alright.
Alright, so he's playing
Good
mid,
luck.
right?
Nah, it's Alfred's, bro. Alfred's gone.
I like it.
Out, eh? No, he ran back.
That was mine.
They're doing ace now?
That was risky, but I like it.
Nice.
I mean, you pretty much just win this
One more
round.
Tetris?
Usually, if I'm playing that position, I just go to
Stop.
connector
Palace.
instead of just going all around here. But,
Dude, fuck off.
or jungle and look at. You can go from window. You can go to jungle and look at.
Give me that gun.
Dude, wait, does that mean I can...
What's it called?
I'm
Palace.
broke, bro.
You should
I'm sorry.
double scope on that angle. Yeah, I hear everyone's mic. I just wanted to turn it down so it's not too loud in the stream.
You hear something, Dustin?
Yeah, that's why it's risky. See, right here, you can tell your guy Cat to watch for the boost. Like, he can play in the window. And then you can just go to connector and have your 2A guys push up.
No, I'm in ladder. Underpass, you went back underpass.
Like, the best part about playing mid, if you're a supportive player, is that you usually have, I mean, I guess it depends on the map, but most of the time you're going to have the first point of contact, and you can call like
Dude, I thought I
information
had
for your
crazy
team.
spray paints.
It was crazy.
Wait,
It was a crazy distraction, bro.
on T side, I'm
So like in
gonna
Dust 2,
'cause I can't do
perfect
any nades.
example is the mid pick, and you can see like
Yeah, that'd be your entry.
if nobody
I entry anyways, even
picks
though
mid
I
or
could've
whatever,
did
you
it.
can see like which way they were going if you
I
catch it fast enough.
go first.
CM's top mid.
Flash me, flash me.
Or playing
Flashing
like
behind you.
Kev and Amy.
Oh,
It's
Oh,
it,
Owl
it's it.
Palace. Two Owl Palace.
yeah, you need to be.
No, one sandwich.
You gotta have 2A crossfired most of the time because they can just explode on you.
Wait, slow.
Firebox, firebox. Firebox.
Oh, I almost missed.
You can flash high there
Didn't have
too.
armor.
It's probably better.
Hey, can I defuse?
Tell your team you're flashing high in the air.
Oh,
Maybe get more of the
no.
sight.
Hey, me too.
Hit the last six.
Oh.
Wait, there's
Uh-oh,
Steam
Rona.
apps, right? Or Steam? Is this Steam apps or Steam? Is this Steam apps or Steam?
You go Steam to Steam apps.
It's okay, Dustin. We have an
Oh.
easy solution to it.
One thing,
They just find
I
your
guess on
fucking
CT it's
crosser,
fine.
holy shit.
No.
I don't know
tried
if people
to,
do that. Like, do people usually buy out one of each nade?
They're all three together.
I would never do that.
Wait,
When I played,
Yeah.
when I used to play this game, I would never. I would always push by 2 flashes, and then either the HE or the molly. You just smoked yourself off there.
calm down. Nice.
One way.
Easy, boys. On me. So Steam first, and then Steam after.
This is definitely the hardest.
Not right.
This is probably the hardest position on this map too to play
You're so fucking autistic.
because you have so much. You have basically 2 places to watch. You're kind of switching back and forth.
I hear it, I hear it.
Like yeah.
They can't. They
So
have
n-
it.
Yeah, I hear it.
no one's watching it with this guy, the blue player.
They're on side
He gets 3
already?
kills though.
No, take it.
I feel like in that situation, you just get on the staircase there and watch the palace for this guy who's playing under there.
Take it. What the fuck?
Or the
No,
jungle.
you didn't, dude. Dude, why is Alfred so not greedy, but he still gets all the kills, dude? I don't.
Wait, what are you talking
I
about? He
love
pushed
Bob.
A main like 4 times.
He wasn't even mad that.
Wait, why are you like?
It's not. It's not fair, bro. It's not fair.
I'm blind! Go get him.
I don't think that flash would get anybody. I don't know though.
They're out A.
Yes?
3! You went 8 again, dude?
Yeah, no shit!
Come on, man.
Oh shit.
Default.
Crazy nice. I knew it,
Let's win
dude.
this.
Triple G.
Oh my. Fuck.
Sandwich?
Yep.
They made. Firebox.
Just take it.
I would try to maybe pick up a gun in this situation. A rifle, I mean. 1v2.
Dude, I hit him 3 times and only did 20 damage. And then.
Seems like you're comfortable on the op though. That's good.
What'd you
We only have
say?
3, dude. One
Wait,
for
the
mid,
server.
one for
Wait, I'm lagging. What?
Yeah, is this server lagging?
Nah,
Well, I'm not
it's-
lagging.
I'm holding fair. I'm holding fair. I'm holding fair.
Alright, flash. I missed the flash. What the fuck?
Wait,
Oh,
why
that
is
shit
my
is
scope
far.
sensitivity? My scope sensitivity is so fucked, dude.
It's like 4 people.
Someone go over to CT.
Oh,
I mean,
What the
I don't know where
fuck?
your
Let's get.
guy is.
Zoom sensitivity?
no, don't change it. Don't change it.
It's
There's
supposed
no
to.
Having that crossfire mid with somebody in that ladder room and somebody in the looking at window is so strong.
There's no
Like
like
they can't boost up like that if you have that crossfire. This map is just all crossfires. It's A crossfire, it's mid crossfire, and then it's the Kakai can crossfire with B too.
Oh,
If he plays up on cat.
I'm going window, bro. Let's move out. Don't worry about it.
What the fuck, dude?
Same, man.
Yeah, so one thing. Oh, whatever. I guess it doesn't matter. I was gonna point out that like the playing in the connector area and then playing in the window are like
One palace.
2 different spots.
Oh yeah, see you later, buddy. On the vlog, like.
One's close.
Haven't you planted bomb?
Dustin baiting again.
It's not baiting, that's changing my sensitivity.
Firebox, bro.
Alright.
I might have 5 kills, but they went A every round.
But they went A round and I have 8 kills.
Because you're kill thirsty, you're playing cat. And they never went. Do you have a monster? Do you have a monster horse one?
I'm gonna give him bomb. I'm gonna give him bomb. Who's orange?
That's
Oh,
not-
One's running cat. 2 running cat. 2 running
wait,
cat.
do it now, do it now. Backside.
Backside. Cat. Dead. Oh, mark it. I'll mark it. I'll mark it.
I'll mark it. I'll mark it.
That was good.
What? Dustin, kill him!
I don't really have anything to say about that. I don't think.
You know why he did it? Because he's on.
Like
the
I would say,
wall
it's
now,
important
he
to
doesn't
if you're gonna
care.
buy out nades, do not
really trying.
let your team fight,
Hey, I
Wait,
caught
did you
up.
so you don't
actually
get
buy
instant kills.
that flag?
I
So the
couldn't
bomb
track
doesn't
his
get
head
like.
'cause
Say if that guy
it was too far.
kills you from window or something, and then the
Yeah,
bomb
yeah,
drops, then one of your teammates has to run back and get it,
Hey, Carol, that
and then
might
plant.
Wait, I don't have my bind,
Use this,
dude.
then the chance
I
to
was trying to
win the round.
I was trying to say we in his head roll. There's 3-3. Where's my team?
Also don't like buying an AK, but hopefully it doesn't know. AK still costs
I was in-
$27.50,
But
right?
who's not on the bottom? Not me. Wait, am I green? Oh, I am green.
Bro.
Yeah, I'll
Dude.
smoke con.
Can we go
Oh,
back to
shit.
matchmaking, dude? Can we climb matchmaking?
No, fuck 60.2.
Hey, why didn't you molly under? I'm kind of scared in there.
Wait, I can molly, I can molly.
Yeah, do it quickly.
One cat.
Do it quickly, dude.
There's an AK cat. I'll get it. I'll wait.
One's on top of default.
On stairs.
One's jungle. Jungle and stairs.
Hmm.
That's the same thing as saying I fucked up my arm, bro. You need a jump bind.
Fast.
I'm with Alfred over here. I don't know where I'm here actually.
Just play the picks. They're gonna push because they know where I can go. There's one running up mid right now. Yeah.
Wait, Alfred, want me to smoke stairs? Nah, you did.
Is he spamming CT?
That's a decoy, stupid.
Or I heard it, I think.
Wow. Okay.
Damn, you got fucked, bro.
There's.
Oh shit. A what?
will push.
Alice. One stairs.
I hear one cat.
Hey,
One
check out
just
my
jumped down to like
run
under,
left,
I
run
think.
left, run left, run left.
Careful under.
What's up?
They just smoked apps. They know.
He's just B-hopping.
I have a one way. Bro, hold this just. Oh, wait for this.
I'm gonna jump out and stick it right away.
Bench. Backside. Dead.
Oh, good shit.
I think your crosshair placement is better in this game than it was in the demo, or else it was just the demo was shitty.
One's market.
Ethan, I'm
Just the
distracted.
video is just a better
Ethan,
better thing to look at.
nice, Ethan. All me, Ethan.
No, thank you.
Ethan, all me. All me, Ethan. Let's go.
Good shit, Dustin.
Oh, Dustin.
You get a gun?
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, I got you. I want to give it a.
Okay, give it to Dustin. And
Like I think on T, I think you definitely want double flash. Pretty much every
You
time.
suck and you're gay.
I don't know.
Dude, I distracted them and you killed them all. That's so.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's just my
worked.
preference.
That was beautiful.
Okay.
I
I'm
didn't
just.
expect it.
You jumped under pressure.
Where's all running up cat right now?
Wait, a real.
Jungle.
Run A. Fast.
Where the fuck am I? I'm scared. I don't know. I just mollied it.
Where is he?
Gotcha. Wait, I think he's triple. Nah.
Oh.
No. This guy. Dude, I thought I saw a leg.
I dropped an AK.
What kind of legs are you looking at?
Cause I want. Dude, I want to get kills. I'm gonna peek him in with my.
Let's smoke on. Don't.
Nice flash.
No, I'm gonna smoke on and then run through my own smoke.
I'm full now. You need to save me. Ethan.
Okay, A's open.
Dude, I fucking got blinded, and when I get unblinded, it just I got 2 kills.
Dude, Alfred,
This
what
shit's
the
not
fuck?
fun with Alfred.
This is pretty much a stop.
I said protect me, and then
Hard to
got
find
unblinded, I just see
anything wrong.
Oh, I know.
I need Alfred, bro. I'm following Alfred. Why are you here?
Dude, I'm not. I made.
We're going A, bro.
I don't know. Does Faceit usually match? Does Faceit match like teams with teams, or does it not matter?
Alright, just go.
Remember, it just not mattering. I think.
Come on, on top and next to close to me.
Yo, I think I'm canceling this, bro. I'm out.
Seems like the other team doesn't really have any coordination.
I said on top of default. Oh, stop yelling. But I got a kill.
I smoke stairs.
For my by the way.
Actually?
Kids.
You see, he's Ethan. You fucking. Dude, you suck. Just kidding. That's what happened. I was looking at Alfred's point of view. No, just let me PK.
I'm going A.
I'm going A.
I'm going A. Someone's
I'm doing
smoke
jungle.
jungle.
Someone do stairs, bro.
Why would you?
Default.
Triple.
Wait, what the fuck's happening?
Triple.
Oh shit.
He's looking at the ground.
No scope. Oh. That's an L.
Drop me.
Now you go. How did you pick it up again?
Alright, tell me when to throw it.
No, Oh wait, I forgot to buy one. Oops.
Tell me when to throw.
No, I did.
I don't know if they ever changed this, but I think if you take out your knife, they can hear that. The other team can hear that. I don't know if that was ever changed. Something to keep in mind.
No, we got you, bro.
Let me die.
him out. Send him out. Okay, we're going.
2 market, 1 out.
Alfred somehow did it.
Save me, you fucking autistic piece of shit.
How did Alfred survive?
Oh, there's still 3 alive.
Have you guys ever thought how Jimmy survived?
True.
Last one in there. Run through. Alfred, run through.
He's there.
No, he has to be, Mark.
Oh, your cat.
No, they can't be abs. I have
No, he's saving. It's the bottom fragger. It's your underscore rape.
Alright, looks like you just went out. Probably.
See us go.
You guys thought I was gonna.
No, I threw a flash. That's why I got assist.
You guys abandoned me.
No, I went
never
out.
Don't point this at me, bro.
I would never abandon Alfred, right?
Yeah.
Good
Guys,
kill.
Exactly, bro.
I'm holding con.
One's
Oh,
con.
amen.
One's A main.
Can you kill him? Fucking idiot.
Hold up. One's pushing palace.
Oh, you can just jump up here now?
Kill the jungle rat, please.
Yeah, that's even more of a reason to crossfire that.
My fucking kill!
No, stop! You guys are killing them all.
When did they add that?
Dude, I actually destroyed
I
them.
kill.
Dude, I just walked out palace, climbed down the ladder so he couldn't hear me, and then the guy pushed palace and I killed him.
No, we're never playing slow ever again. I won my kills.
Ooh, okay. One thing to point out here is that you can actually catch the guy if a guy runs here.
I won my.
If you scope this, like immediately, you can catch the guy running across every time. I think. I don't think that matters what spawn you get. Because I think you get here before he can get here, no matter what. I don't know, I guess I could be wrong. I guess I could be wrong with that, because did they change the speed to... I don't know. I guess it would depend. And they didn't smoke it either, so...
My kills. That's one.
I smoked off CT, by the way. I smoked off CT.
I got CT.
No, I just said
Well, actually,
I
I'm
smoked off.
out, bro.
What?
Where?
He's dead.
Mine.
Alright,
Fuck,
gotta
jungle!
play.
I mean, mark it!
Oh, I should have knifed him.
Dude, this
Go
account-
Yeah, I mean, it's just a stomp. Not much to criticize.
Slow down. Yeah, he's right, baby,
Just like
bro.
small things. At least on that half.
Wait, I don't
Well.
have my...
Yeah, I mean, just to recap, I would say stick to what feels comfortable to you as like a play style. Don't try to, I guess don't try to be a type of player that you're not, like it's one thing to just fill in a role like temporarily, but it's another thing to like force yourself to play out of your like comfort zone or whatever. What else was I gonna say? I think that was it.